welcome to Barre with Mary. Today we have a core and glutes focused class. So this whole class is going to be done down on the mat and you do not need any equipment. When you are ready, join me down on your mat. We're going to lay back on our backs to start today. Bend the knees and plant the feet. Go ahead and walk your feet out to the outer edges of your mat. Maybe take your arms out into a goalpost position. And just take a moment here to windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Taking some big deep breaths and just checking in to see how your body's feeling today. Getting a little bit of a twist of the spine, getting some rotation in the hip socket, and just feeling kind of where you're at. One more time, either direction. Then maybe center your knees pointing straight up to the ceiling. Walk your feet into their hips distance and hug your left knee into your chest. Grab a hold of the shin and just squeeze the thigh in toward you. Maybe take a little movement out and in, warming up through the hip. And then grab a hold behind either the hamstring or the calf, your choice, and extend the leg up to straight and bend it in. Left leg extends and left leg bends, just little kicks here. Warming up through the back of the leg. We are going to do a little bit of straight leg work during our core series, so I just wanted to take a moment to get a little active stretch here. If your leg doesn't get all the way straight, no big deal. 2 more times. Last one. And then plant the left foot and we'll switch. Hug the right leg into the chest, squeeze the front of the shin, and actively draw your right thigh in toward you so you get a little stretch for the front of the hip. If you want a little movement side to side with the right thigh, feel free to do that. And then take your hands behind the right thigh and extend it straight and bend it in. Just a kick and a bend. Trying to keep your upper body relaxed down onto the mat. And again, if your leg doesn't get all the way straight, really not a big deal. 4 more times. Last 2. Last one. Plant the feet. Take a moment right here, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, relax your body down into the mat, letting your arms come to rest at your side. Feet are hips distance. We're gonna drive our heels into the mat. We're gonna squeeze our glutes and we're gonna lift up into a bridge position, pausing at the top. Now relax the shoulders, relax the head, and then double check that you're not flaring your rib cage. So your ribs are knitting together and drawing down. So we're really active in the abdominals. From here, we're gonna tap the seat down and exhale, press it up. Inhale, tap, and exhale, press. So just a full range bridge to start. So we're gonna take glutes to start class. We're gonna move into core work, and then we will finish with a glute and core series together. So really well-rounded class. Like I said, you're down on the mat the whole time, which is always nice, so there won't be a lot of strain on your neck. 4 more times here. We're gonna hold it at the top. 3, 2, last one down. Hold the lift of the hips. Drive your heels down into the mat. Squeeze your glutes and then really actively feel the backs of the legs turn on as you pull your heels towards your shoulders. Now from here, I want you to lift your heels to a low hover and lower them down. Heels lift and heels lower. So the hips are staying lifted and we're just removing the heels from the mat and placing them back down. Now I want to challenge you to do this without straining in your neck or in your upper body. So really try to stay broad across your collarbones, active in your abdominals, and your glutes are continuing to squeeze to keep your hips lifted. 2 more times. Heels lift, heels lower. Now this time lift the heels, hold them lifted. So it's just an inch or 2 off of the mat. And from here, pulse your hips up, little up, little up, little lift, little lift. So you're driving down with the balls of the feet. Your inner thighs are drawing in towards each other. And we're squeezing the glute to pulse the hips up and up and up. Both legs are working. 8, 7, 6, 5. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold the lift. Lower your heels down to the mat. Now push your heels into the mat. Flex the toes off the mat. and lower them down. Again, toes flex off, toes lower down. So we're driving our heels down into the mat, and we're just lifting the balls of the feet and the toes. So we're flexing the foot and releasing. Hips are staying steady and still. So in order to maintain that stillness, you need to squeeze your glutes, and you need to stay really active in the abdominals. So the sides of the waist are wrapping in. 4 more times. 4. And lower. You've got it. 3. Lower. 2 more times. Flex. And lower. Now this time flex the feet. Hold the flex. Push your heels into the mat. Pulse your hips. Little up. Little lift. Little lift. Little lift. Shoulders soft. Relax your face. And really drive your heels down into the mat. You're here for 8. For 6. Here for 4. 3. 2, hold that lift, lower the balls of the feet back down to the mat, and adjust your feet if you need to. I noticed mine walked forward a little bit. Keep the hips lifted, drive the heels down, and shift your weight into your right foot. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna extend your left leg out long. Now from here, I want you to lower your hips, lower your left leg down to the mat, and as you exhale, lift the hips, lift the left leg up to a hover. It's inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. So we're working the right leg here. As you lift up, I want you to push your right heel down into the mat. I want you to feel your right glute activate, really squeeze the right glute. Now notice if the rib cage is flaring, try to keep the abdominals strong. 3 more, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last one here, go inhale, lower. Now hold the lift, push your right heel down, squeeze your inner thighs in, just pulse your hips up. 8, 7, 6, 5, you're here for 4, 3, 2, stay lifted, bring the left foot down to the mat. Drive into the left foot here, shifting your weight into the left heel. Take an inhale. Exhale, extend your right leg straight. Inhale, lower hips down, lower straight right leg down to the mat. Exhale, hips lift, your right leg lifts up to that hover position. It's inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. And exhale, up. Now as you lift, again, notice if you're flaring the ribs open. Feel your pubic bone drawing toward your belly button. Feel the abdominals wrapping in. Drive your left heel down into the mat and feel the back of the left leg really activate here. 4 more times. Inhale down, exhale up. 3 more, it's lower, and lift. 2 more times, go down, and up. Last one here, go down. Now hold the up. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Drive down through your left heel and pulse your hips up, and up, and up, and up. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, go 4, 3, 2, hold that lift, bend the right foot down to the mat. Feet are hips distance, hips are still lifted. Push into the heels to finish, pulse your hips. Little up, little up, little up. Now maybe reach your arms up to the sky. Feel your upper arm bones softening down into the mat here, so you're really broad across the chest. Push your heels down and squeeze your glutes to lift and lift and lift and lift. You're here for 16, 15. We have a hold to finish this bridge series, and then we'll transition into abdominal work. Go 8 more, and go 6 more. You hold in 4, 3, 2, hold that lift, inhale. Exhale, push into the heels. Squeeze the glutes and see if you can lift the hips just 1 more inch. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, lower the hips down to the mat. Take a big breath in. Keep your arms reaching up to the sky. As you exhale, float your legs up to a tabletop position. So head and neck are down. Fingers are reaching up to the ceiling. Knees are over the hips. And feet are a little bit higher than the knees. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, I want you to take your right toes and lower them down towards the mat. Inhale, right leg lifts right back up to that tabletop position. Exhale, switch, left leg lower. Inhale, left leg comes back to center. Just a little bit faster. Exhale, right toes down. Right leg lift. Exhale, left leg down. And left leg lift. Keep going like that. So coming into a really focused abdominal series here. We are going to layer on in this first little dead bug variation. If at any point it is too much for you, go back to the variation previous to it, okay? Now you are welcome to keep going just like this. If you want to add a little bit more, opposite arm reaches back. Come back to center. Opposite arm reaches back. And back to center. So it's right arm, left leg. And center. It's left arm, right leg. And center. Find your breath here. Exhale. And inhale. You've got it. Exhale. And inhale. So just like we were talking about in our bridge series, you want to be sure that as the limbs are moving away from center, you are not arching the low back and flaring the ribcage open. Feel the core really activate here. So the sides of your waist hug in towards center. The pubic bone and the belly button wrap towards one another. 3 more. And then we'll add on. 2 more right here. Now you're going to keep going with the legs. You have the option to take both arms back and center. Left leg lowers, both arms reach. Come back to center. Keep going. It's right leg and center. It's left leg and center. Now if this is too much, feel free to take it back to a single arm variation, okay? Use your exhale as you reach. Use your inhale, come back to center. 4 more times like this, and then again we'll add on. Only if you feel up to it. 3, and center. 2 more times, it's reach, and center. Now just like that, but it's both legs, both arms, reach, and center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. So you might notice your range of motion gets a little bit smaller. I know that mine did. That's totally fine. When you're working with both legs, it's a lot more weight on your abdominals, right? A lot more work for them to stay still and strong and steady. 4 more. 4, and center. 3 more times, go reach, and center. 2 more here, it's reach, and center. Now this time, hold the reach out. Soften the shoulders. Hug the abdominals in and down. Breathe right here. 8 counts. 8, 7. Maybe legs press 1 more inch. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hug your knees to your chest. Take a moment to rock from side to side. Big breath in. And a big breath out. We're not quite done with abdominals. Just giving the hip flexors a moment to breathe here. 1 more time, breathe it in. And as you exhale, come back to that tabletop position with the legs. Interlace the hands behind the neck. So at the base of the skull, fingers will interlace, thumbs point down toward the top of your back. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Stay lifted. Draw the left knee into the chest, extending the right leg straight. Now you can stay here supporting your neck, or your hands come to the top of your left shin, allowing you to curl up a little bit higher. Now I want you to stay really long through the spine and feel your heart curl up just 1 more inch toward your thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale, switch. Left leg extends, right knee pulls into the chest. Pause here. Feel energy up to the left toes. Feel your heart curling up toward your right thigh. Inhale. We're gonna pick it up. Exhale, switch. Switch. You've got it. Switch the legs and switch the legs. So a little single leg stretch, a very classic Pilates exercise. If you find this is uncomfortable on your neck, then instead of grabbing your shin, just go ahead and take your hands to support the neck, okay? Back to where you started when you curled up. As you're switching the legs here, really use your exhale to wrap the abdominals in and down. 4 more times, you've got it. 4, 3, 2, the last one. Now pull the left knee into the chest and hold it there. Take a breath in. As you exhale, extend the left leg straight, holding on behind the calf or behind the thigh, your choice. From here, just take a breath in. As you exhale, curl your heart up, go little up, little up, little up, little up. So curling your heart toward the left thigh. At any point, if you need neck support, don't hesitate to take it. Okay, you're here for 16, 15. Inner thighs are drawing in towards each other. Low belly is hugging down to the mat. 8 more, go. 8, 6, go. 4, 3, 2, hold it right there. Inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee, switch the legs. The right leg comes into the chest. Catch a hold behind the right calf and extend the right leg up to the sky. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can always grab the back of the right thigh here, okay? Inhale. Exhale, low curls, up with the heart. You got it. Up and up and up and up. Inner thighs squeeze together. Heart curls towards your right thigh here. Go 16, 15, 14. Relax the shoulders. 8 more like this. Go. 8. Go. 6. Go. 4, 3, 2. Stay right there. Inhale. As you exhale, float the left leg up to meet the right. Hands interlace behind the base of the skull, giving yourself that neck support. Now from here, I want you to pull the low belly band down and try to lift your toes 1 inch up to the sky. Exhale, lift them up. Exhale, lift. And lift. So here the low belly is pulling down towards the mat. So you can try to reach your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Go a little up, little rounding. So you find your pubic bone curling up towards your belly button. 4, 3, 2. Now keep that deep core engagement. Keep the low belly band hugging in and down. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower the legs for 3, for 2, hold it right there. Squeeze the quads, feel the low belly band pulling down and just curl the heart up. You're here for 32, 31. I promise I'm gonna count in my head. As you curl, feel the low ribs hugging in and down. Feel the low belly pulling down towards the mat. 24. Keep breathing here. There is no hold. This is where you finish your core work. You're here for 16. You're here for 12. Last 8 right here. Go 8. Go 6. Curl a little bit higher. Here for 4, 3, 2. Ooh, hug your knees into the chest. And just take a moment to rock from side to side. Amazing work. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, find a full body stretch, reaching arms and legs away from each other, letting the rib cage flare open, and letting this big stretch happen to the front line of your body. From there, pick your favorite side and roll all the way over onto your belly. Coming onto our belly, I want you to stack your hands. We're gonna rest our forehead down on our hands. I'm gonna stay lifted as I set you up though, just so you can hear me really clearly, okay? Take your legs out to the width of your mat and then externally rotate the legs. So turn the legs out. So your inner thighs are rotating in and down towards the mat and your pinky toes are lifting up towards the ceiling. Once you find that, push your pubic bone down into the mat and lift your belly. So we're really active and long through the low spine. From here, I want you to squeeze your quadriceps, pushing your big toes down into the mat. Now lift just your right leg a few inches off the mat, lower your right leg down. Switch, lift just the left leg and lower the left leg down. Keep going like that, one leg at a time. As you lift, I want you to really squeeze the quadriceps, squeeze the thighs. So the legs get really long and then you lift them up. What that's gonna do is help you stay really active in your glutes so that we're not crunching into the low back here. Now all of this spinal extension work is pretty clearly glute and hamstring work, right? But it's also abdominal work. Not only are you working the muscles that line the backside of your body that help support your core, but you need to really stay active in the front side of the abdominals as well in order to not collapse into your low back. So we're really pushing the pubic bone down into the mat and trying to hug the abdominals up and away from the mat here. Now, just like we did in our abdominal series, we're going to layer on. At any point if it's too much, just take it back down, okay? Now you can keep going like this, or as you lift the right leg, I want you to keep your hands attached to your forehead and float the spine, the chest, a few inches off the mat. Exhale, lower everything down. Switch, left leg lifts, heart and shoulders and head lift a few inches. Lower down, keep going like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Now I'm keeping my hands attached to my forehead here, but if that is too much, you can also keep your hands down on the mat for a little bit more support and just lift the head and shoulders and chest. Challenge yourself to really keep actively squeezing the quadriceps so your legs stay really long here. Don't worry about how high you get. Think more about how long you can reach the crown of the head away from you. Now this is a great place to stay, or both legs lift, the chest lifts up, everything lowers down to the mat. Inhale up, exhale down. So here's where I want you to think much more about length than about height. So we're really reaching the toes and the crown of the head away from each other as we lift. And then relaxing everything down to the mat. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more times. Last one right here. Lower everything down, hold it there, take a breath in. Now as you exhale, lift just the legs off of the mat. Now you can stay where you are with your forehead resting, or you can come up to a low extension, leaving the hands down and just reaching the crown of the head forward. From here, flex your feet, bend your knees, and curl your heels to touch. So heels are squeezing in, and you have a diamond shape in your legs. From here, start to squeeze the heels together. Go and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So we feel our glutes start to fire here. We feel hamstrings working, the backs of the legs. And then we're continuing to press the pubic bone down and lift the abdominals up. So we're really active through the core. 8 more squeezes. 8, 6, go 4, 3. Hold the squeeze and pulse the legs up and up and up and up. Shoulders soft. Really reach the length of the crown of the head here. And try to pulse the thighs 1 inch up. Go little up, little up. Continue to squeeze the heels together here for 8, 6, here for 4, 3, 2. Hold it right there. Inhale. As you exhale, send the legs back to straight. Keep the feet flexed, and then maybe reach the arms back behind you in a tricep extension, allowing yourself to come into this long, darted position. From here, just squeeze your heels in and in and in and in. You've got it in and in. This is it for this class. So really feel how the abdominals have to activate here to keep you long and supported in the low spine. Heels are squeezing in and in and in. You're here for 8, you'll hold it. 6, you'll hold it. Here for 4, 3, 2, final hold. Squeeze the heels toward each other. Reach the fingertips back. Push the pubic bone down and lift up in the abdominals. Hold right here. 4. This is class 3. We stretch in 2. Whoo, lower down. Take your hands under your shoulders. Press up all 4s position. Walking the knees under the hips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, round the spine, coming into this cat pose. Just a counter stretch to all that extension work we just did. Spreading the shoulder blades wide. Rounding the pubic bone and the crown of the head towards each other. Breath in. And out. Release that back all the way into your child's pose. Big toes together. Knees wide. Walk the arms forward. And just melt your hips down towards your heels. Amazing work today. Take a big breath in. And let it go. One more time, breathe in. And out. Shift forward to all 4s one more time. Sliding your left shin forward, gonna come into a pigeon stretch. Left knee to the left wrist, left ankle to the right wrist. Inhale, squeeze your thighs, draw the heart up to the sky, and then maybe sleep your pigeon as you exhale, walking forward, melting your forehead down. And of course, if this position doesn't feel good for you, then I would love for you to instead take a figure 4, either on your back or in a seated position, your choice. Drawing the left hip back and trying to really soften in the shoulders, in the face, in the jaw. Let's take 3 big deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Again, breathe it in, filling up. Let it go. Last time, big breath in. Try to really relax as you let it go. Slowly press yourself up onto your hands, and we'll switch sides. Left leg back. Right leg slides forward. Right knee to the right wrist. Right ankle to the left wrist. Inhale, squeeze your thighs together, maybe lift the heart. Exhale, fold it forward, coming as low as it feels good for you today. Try to really soften here. The left leg is reaching long behind you. The right hip is drawing back and down, softening towards the mat. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Again, figure 4 is a fantastic alternate option here. Wherever you are, let's take our big 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, try to relax. Again, breathe in. And out. Last time, big inhale. Big exhale. Walk yourself up. Just roll over onto the right hip. Swing your leg around without hitting the wall like I did, finding a comfortable seated position. Inhale, reach arms up to the sky. Exhale, let it go. And that was your class for today. Amazing work. I'm so happy you joined me today on the mat. I'll be back next week with a brand new Barre with Mary class. Make sure you subscribe, comment, let me know what you're hoping to see in the upcoming weeks and months, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.